Okay, so first off, my apologies on it being Tuesday night, and I meant to get this video out by Sunday, but my life has been a little bit crazy, and I'm sure yours has too. So we're all going to give each other a break, right? Okay, so I have several things on the docket that I would like to talk to you about today. In response to going through your classrooms last week, uh, first of all, it was a privilege to go through each classroom and just see how different and distinctive each of your styles are and how it works for you. It really gave me a great sense of how I could help you and work with you and customize your plans for you. So thank you. So here is kind of a little bit of a graph that I created that I was kind of going through each of your different classes. And I was looking to see what kind of a do now you had, and particularly how long your do now was, and maybe if it was related to what you were teaching in the subject. Oh, another observation I made is with the do nows. Now, do nows are typically supposed to be done within the first 5 to 10 minutes of class. And 10 minutes is really pushing it. Some of you have great do nows, but they're 20 minutes long. So maybe kind of do a little bit different thing for just getting their attention and getting started. And it doesn't have to be anything major. It doesn't have to be an alternative assignment. It could be a call and a response thing. It could be a discussion. It doesn't have to be anything big other than being related to what you're supposed to be studying that day. And then the big thing I want to kind of go over is how what you are teaching connected with your pacing guides. So what I would do is I would go to the shared folder that I have with you, and I would go to the pacing guide for the particular class. Now, some of you are using a general pacing guide for the grade, and that's fine as long as you have one, or you have something that I can reference to see where you're at and if you're doing what you said you hoped to be doing. Okay. So I will click onto your pacing guide and I will see if what you have put there. And then on that particular day, I will see if it's actually the lesson that I'm learning in your class. And this is not to say or point out those who weren't, but we do need to build some more communication if I do not have a pacing guide from you or anything that lets me know what you are currently working on, because I can help you if I don't know what you're working on. Okay. Oh, and then I also wanted to say your pacing guides should be updated every 2 weeks. Sorry. So if you want to continue, each week with the following week, or you want to go 2 weeks by 2 weeks, that's fine. As long as I can reference your pacing guide and know where you're at and be able to work with you and help you with this. Now, if there's a problem with that, if you're having difficulties or issues knowing where to get started or what types of lessons to do, then I am more than happy to work with you individually, and we can work on some sort of a pacing guide or whatever works best for you together. Okay, so this is your opportunity to let me know, Evie, the pacing guide you gave me, it's not really my jam, but I do have something going or I don't have something going. Can you help me with that? So let's get knowing. Everyone's going to be totally different. I'm here to customize and help you with where you're at. So let's make that happen. Another issue that I am finding is that teachers are kind of letting their students out a little bit early. Now, part of it is not your fault because my Fitbit and my cell phone have a different time than the clocks in our portables by at least a minute. So I'm going to address that with Jodan. but it is a little bit frustrating for me to try to get to your lesson at the beginning of the lesson when students have already been let out early and it's kind of a mishmash of finding where I'm supposed to be. Oh, so we had a fire drill. Yay. That was exciting. And I am in charge of portables 1 through 3 to make sure that no one has been left behind and that everything is okay. So just some protocol issues there. Please do not lock your room when you are leaving because I have to go in there and check and make sure that no one is scared and hiding under a desk. And then also portables 1 through 3. We are exiting through the front in a single file line. I know that's almost nearly impossible with our middle school students, but they need to be as quiet as possible in a single file line, walking through the front, out through the gates, and into our front parking lot. Overall, I thought we did a really good job. Okay, so I have collected almost all of the COTs. There are a couple that I have not. I will not mention the teachers. It's, you will get it in when you need to. But I do want to say, as we're getting new students in, you need to then also part of the introduction process, even though it's difficult with kind of moving in and trying to get them adjusted to where the other students are, they still need to get a COT. So print out a couple more COTs just in case new students come in the way, and then try to get them back to me as soon as possible. I wanted to introduce a new EA that we have hired. Her name is Candace. Some of you may already know her. She is a mother of 2 children, I think at least 2 children. Grayson, who is 8 years old. I think Grayson is in 3rd grade this year, and Nico in 8th grade. Both are great students. Anyways, she has been in and out of some of your classrooms. I think she will be a great addition to our middle school family. And if you haven't already, please introduce yourselves and welcome her to the family. Okay, so Jodan rolled in a cart of lots of notebooks that he found from last year and some lined paper. And then also at the bottom, there are a bunch of Kleenex boxes. So the people who needed to get those notebooks have gotten them. So the rest are up for grabs if you want to take them. Also, please come and take a Kleenex box or have a student come and pick up a Kleenex box for your class. We all need Kleenex boxes, especially with, festering germs running around and everything like that. Grades. Grades are probably the most important part of this conversation. So if you have not already inputted grades into PowerSchool, you definitely need to be doing it now. I have admin access to each of your accounts. That does not mean I can change anything, and I won't, but I can go and look and see what you have done for your grades. Keep in mind that each of the categories that you use have to be the 4 categories that you listed on your COT, which are demonstration of mastery, classwork, projects, and tests and quizzes. Those are the 4 things you should do. If you don't already have these 4 categories from a previous year, let me show you how you make these categories. First, if you're not sure if you already have the categories or not, what you could do is you could create an assignment, okay? And then you can look to see if you have any of the categories that are listed, okay? So I have classwork, I have demonstration of mastery, I have project, and I have test and quiz. Okay, so I already have them, but let's pretend like I don't. Okay, let's pretend I don't have those categories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the plus sign and I'm going to click on category. Okay, then I'm going to list one of the 4 of the categories that we can choose this year. So let's maybe do demonstration of mastery. And then you pick a color for it. And then click which or all of the classes that it applies for. And then you save and create that category. And you do that for all 4 of your categories. Once you have created all 4 of your categories, then you can make an assignment. You have to use those 4 categories. If you use another category that you used last year that is not one of those categories, it will be an invisible grade. It will not be weighted and it will not show up in the equation or percentage of your overall grade. So you have to use those 4 options that you put on your COTs. Okay. Now, when you are making an assignment, click on assignment. You are going to type the assignment name. Okay. Then you are going to select the category. Okay. Now, my instinct for me is to go ahead and do formative. That's what I've done in the past, but formative is not one of our options. So out of the 4 categories that we have this year, which one is most like a formative assignment? And a formative assignment is a daily assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on classwork. And then it was this particular assignment was last week. And I'm going to click on the day that it was due. Make sure to click on which class it is. I don't really have an option because I just am teaching one class this year. You can choose points or percentage. Okay, I like to choose percentage. How many points is your project worth? It was worth 10. And then click save and close. Okay. So then you can go through each one of them and you can decide how you're going to give your grade. Now, if you choose percentages, then you have to have a system where you know what the percentage is. If you choose points, then you can give the exact points of what they earn for that class. Okay. I don't care which one you choose. You just need to choose one and you just stick with that one for the rest of your grading. You can't do some points and some percentages. So on Friday, we have a PD. We have no students. Okay. At 1 o'clock, you are all invited to Santa Fe Brewing Company. If I see 2 assignments in your power school for this week, you will get free drink tickets at Santa Fe Brewery. And you can enjoy yourselves and have a good time, and it will be on the school. Okay. So what I need to see every week is at least 2 assignments in your power school per class. Okay. I'm not going to say it has to be classwork. I'm not going to say it has to be a project. I'm not going to say it has to be a test or a quiz, but I do, and I will be looking for at least 2 assignments per week in your power school. And the last thing I really want to go over is just to make sure that you have watched my amazing video. I have a very important question to ask you, and this relates to something down the road when your time comes. Oh, the mystery is just like gripping you. I know, but as a response to watching this video, please respond by telling me your favorite color. Once again, I'm here to help you and to assist you. I want to be as helpful as I possibly can. If you have other suggestions on that would be more helpful in guiding you through a successful school year, please let me know. I am not here to change your ways. I'm here to help manage and encourage you. So let me know what's good for you. Also, if you have recommendations for Baked Goods Friday, let me know and I can try to customize it for you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.